Hello. It is about 8:30. I left about 5:40. I have just passed the state park, which I was considering staying at last night. That would have made 20 miles. That was before I fell and hurt my knee. And having hiked that part to the state park, I think it was a wise decision to just stop, clean up my wound, and let it rest. And I also have to say that I feel like a miracle has occurred, because the swelling has gone way down and I have almost no pain. Yesterday, it felt like it was a major injury, and I was very worried that it was going to end my hike. But Bud prayed for me, and yesterday when I called Bud, that was right before he went to a Bible study that we have in our neighborhood, and I feel it's safe to say that they too prayed for me. So thank you, friends and neighbors, because most of them, I think, are following my hike, or at least getting an update from Bud once a week. So I am just praising God that my knee is doing as well as it is. I was asleep well before the sun went down, and then I woke up right at dusk. I was having a dream that there was a mouse in my tent and was crawling on my back. So, past a tent, and it had a bunch of trash outside of it. You can always tell when there is a tenter or person who is not a through hiker and might not even be a hiker at all. I did not see any people, but it seems to be more and more common that homeless people are setting up in some of the shelters. I see the comments in Far Out about these shelters sometimes. So that was kind of weird, but I didn't want to bother whoever it was by talking. How beautiful. Where was I? So I had the dream about the mouse. Needless to say, I was sort of revved up after that. I checked all through my tent to make sure that it wasn't just a dream. And I read on my phone for a while, and I would say it was probably after 12 before I fell back asleep. And then I woke up at 4, and I did not want to get up. But there is a possibility that I might have a 21-mile day today. So I needed to get up and get started. And I was on the trail by 5:40. My choices today are to go to a shelter that is 11 point something away from the shelter I left, to stealth camp somewhere around 17 miles, and there are some stealth sites listed in Far Out, or do 21 to that next shelter. So 21 seems really ambitious. It all depends on what the trail is like. Had a lot of ups and downs so far this morning. Now it's fairly flat, but you never know what the trail is going to do. I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but this is a 6-day stint for me from Manchester to Hanover. And I am on day 4. Starting to feel kind of ripe. Really would love to have a shower. Also, today is the first day I've had any mosquito bites in a very long time. And I don't know why. It's not any more or less boggy than other places that were mosquito free. I don't know. So, not sure what today holds. I've done about 5 miles already. It's 8:40. And we shall see what happens. Hello, I did 18.7 miles today, and today was tough. I cried today. I was feeling very similar to the way I felt when I got off trail on my first hike. I just had no power in my legs, and the climbs here in Vermont are straight up. They're very steep, and when the trail is flat here in Vermont, it's flat. But then when it's steep and it's hard. So it was very discouraging. I did see some people I knew today, and so that helped a lot. We were leapfrogging, and I'm stealth camping tonight, and I was going to go to the Lookout, which is a personally owned cabin that they let hikers stay in. It supposedly has a very good view. I might go by there tomorrow, but you have to pack in water, and I was packing 3 liters, and there are no tent spots, so you have to stay in the cabin. There's no running water, no privy, and I was just worried I would be hot. I knew I wouldn't feel comfortable about putting on my sleeping clothes and getting clean. When I stay in a shelter, I usually just sleep in my hiking clothes, and that's very uncomfortable because they're usually damp. So anyway, my knee did very well today, and I hardly thought about it at all. It's just amazing to me that it did not hurt hardly at all. So I'm very grateful for that. And I guess that's it for today. This is Rebound signing out.